is Italian football lover channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 38 games of Serie. This is the final week of Serie. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, and please click on the like button. Thank you so much. Let's start with Bologna Genoa game off. Bologna is going to be at home. Bologna is playing way more better at home. They got just one defeat at home throughout the season. And this Bologna team won versus 1-0 Inter at home. They stayed draw against 1-1 Juventus at home. Bologna lost against 3-2 Fiorentina in last away game. They got poor results in away games as of lately. Genoa stayed draw against Napoli 2-2 in last away game. And this Genoa team lost against 2-1 Milan at home. They lost against 3-2 Atalanta in last match at home. Before they lost against Como 1-0 in away game. Genoa sometimes got some draws in away games. In my opinion, maybe this game may end up in draw, but nevertheless, Bologna will make the advantage of playing at home. They will win over against Genoa. Bologna 2, Genoa 1 is my prediction for this game. Second game, Venezia Juventus off. Venezia is second to last on the point table. I think too late for Venezia. They will play in Serie B next season. This is my opinion. But this Venezia team won versus Fiorentina 2-1 at home. And Venezia lost against Cagliari 3-0 in last away game. Before, Venezia team lost against 2-0 Milan at home. Juventus is on the fourth spot. They got to win this game if they want to point table at top 4. Because of that, they are going to be ambitious. But Juventus is playing better at home. They won versus 2-0 Udinese at home. Juventus team lost against 1-0 Parma in away game. Juventus stayed draw against Bologna and Lazio 1-1 in the recent 2 away games. Venezia will force Juventus, but there is nothing to do for Venezia. I feel in that way. Juventus will win over against Venezia just by 1 goal margin. Venezia 0, Juventus 1 is my prediction for this game. Lazio Lecce off. Lazio is going to be at home. Lazio got back-to-back draws at home, and Lazio is playing better in away games. They stayed draw against 2-2 Inter in last away game. They stayed draw against at the same time 1-1 Juventus at home. They remained draw against 2-2 Parma at home before. Lazio won versus 2-0 Genoa in away game. This Lecce team, my dear friends, got some draws in away games. They are in so hard relegation battle. They have the same points with Empoli. Last week is going to be decisive in terms of Genoa that going to get to relegate or not. Because of that, they are going to be so ambitious. Lecce stayed draw against 1-1 Atalanta in away game, and Lecce won versus 1-0 Torino in last match at home. They got a victory after a long time, my dear friends. And this is going to be so challenging game. Lazio is seeming closer to victory, but with their ambition, with Lecce's ambition, I feel in that way this game will end up in draw. We are gonna see they are going to get to relegate or stay in Serie. Lazio 1, Lecce 1 is my prediction for this game. Udinese Fiorentina off. Udinese is going to be at home, and Udinese is showing us so poor performances as of lately. Fiorentina is playing better at home. Sometimes they got draws in away games, but Fiorentina team won versus Cagliari 2-1 in away game. Fiorentina lost against Venezia 2-1 in last away game. Fiorentina won versus 3-2 Bologna in last match at home. Udinese lost against 2-1 Monza at home. Before they stayed draw against 0-0 Bologna at home. Udinese lost against 2-0 Juventus in last away game. My dear friends, I don't rely on both of the sides. Maybe Udinese is seeming a little bit closer to victory with home advantage. But draw is going to be my prediction draw. Udinese 1, Fiorentina 1. And another game, Torino-Roma, off. Torino is going to be at home. Torino lost against 2-0 Napoli in away game. Torino won versus 2-0 Udinese at home, but they stayed draw against Venezia 1-1 at home. They lost against 2-0 Inter in last match at home. Torino lost against 1-0 Lecce in last away game. Roma is on the 5th spot. They are playing for the first 4th spot. But if Juventus win, there is no chance for Roma to finish the season at top 4. But Roma lost against 2-1 Atalanta in last away game. They won versus 3-1 Milan in last match at home. Roma won versus 1-0 Inter in away game before. I feel in that way Roma will win over against Torino. Torino 0, Roma 1 is my prediction for this game. Milan Monza off. Milan is going to be at home. And Milan team, my dear friends, won versus Bologna 3-1 at home. Before they lost against 1-0 Atalanta at home. They lost against 3-1 Roma in last away game. Milan is so inconsistent team. Monza is at the bottom of the point table. They could get just 3 victories so far this season in Serie. Monza won versus 2-1 Udinese in last away game. Monza lost against 3-1 Empoli in last match at home, and they are in so bad situation before they lost against 2-0 Juventus in away game. I feel in that way, Milan will win over against Monza. Milan 2, Monza 0 is my prediction for this game. Atalanta Parma. Parma is so close to relegation zone. They have 33 points. They should get just at least 1 point. If they get 1 point from this game, for sure they are going to stay in Serie. I feel in that way. And this is so crucial game in terms of Parma. Atalanta guaranteed to finish the season on the 3rd spot. They are playing better in away games. Atalanta got so many draws at home. And Parma at the same time got some draws in away games. Parma staked draw against 2-2 Lazio in away game. They staked draw against 0-0 Fiorentina in away game, but they lost against 2-1 Empoli in last away game. Parma staked draw against Napoli 0-0 in last match at home. Parma got so many draws. Atalanta staked draw against Lecce 1-1 at home, but they won versus 2-1 Roma in last match at home. They won against 3-2 Genoa in last away game. This is gonna be so hard clash. Atalanta is seeming closer to victory than Parma, but Parma is close to relegation zone. Because of that, again, draw is going to be my prediction. Atalanta 1, Parma 1. And Empoli Verona, so crucial game in terms of both of the sides. Verona has 34 points, Empoli has 31 points. Empoli is 3rd to last on the point table. They should win this game if they want to stay in Serie, my dear friends. Empoli got back-to-back 2 victories in a row. Empoli, they won versus 2-1 Parma at home. They won against 3-1 Monza in last away game. Before Empoli lost against 1-0 Lazio at home. Empoli got some draws at home, and Verona is dangerous team. But I feel in that way they will stay in Serie, my dear friends. Verona staked draw against Lecce and Como. 1-1 draw in the recent 2 games at home. Before Verona lost against 1-0 Inter and Roma in away games. My dear friends, this game may end up in draw. Draw is possible in that game, please don't forget that. But Empoli is going to be more ambitious at home. This is their last chance, because if they get a draw from this game and Lecce get a 1 point, they are going to get relegated. Because of that, they have got to win this game. Because of that, I want to take a chance to Empoli for victory just by 1 goal margin, but draw is possible. Empoli 2, Verona 1 is my prediction for this game. Napoli Cagliari off. Napoli is at the top position. If they win this game, they are going to be the champion of Serie this season under the management of Antonio Conte. They are 1 point ahead of Inter, my dear friends. Napoli staked draw against Genoa 2-2 at home. Before this Napoli team, my dear friends, won versus 2-0 Torino at home. They staked draw against 0-0 Parma in away game. Cagliari team guaranteed to stay in Serie. They won versus 3-0 Venezia in last match at home. And really Cagliari team is poor team, but they are going to be in Serie next season, my dear friends. Before they lost against 3-1 Inter in away game. Cagliari lost against 3-1 Inter in away game. They lost against 2-1 Udinese at home, this Cagliari team. I want to take a chance to Napoli for victory. They will win the title. Napoli 2, Cagliari 1 is my prediction for this game. Como Inter, this is the last match of the week. This is the last match of the season. Como is going to be at home. Como got back-to-back victories at home. They won versus 3-1 Cagliari at home. At the same time, they won against 1-0 Genoa at home. They staked draw against Verona 1-1 in last away game. Inter won versus 2-0 Torino in last away game. Before Inter team lost against Bologna 1-0 in away game. Inter staked draw against 2-2 Lazio in last match at home. Inter is on the 2nd spot. I feel in that way they will finish the season on the 2nd spot, but they are going to play in Champions League final against PSG, my dear friends. Como is so dangerous team. This game may end up in draw, but just by 1 goal margin. I want to take a chance to Inter for victory. Como 1, Inter 2 is my prediction for this game. All my predictions like this Serie week 38 games. And Serie is ending up this weekend. You can subscribe to my channel and please click on the like button. It makes me so glad. See you on my next videos and see you next season with Serie predictions over again, my dear friends. Bye!